trophy is being handed over to the President of Sri Lanka Rugby, and this also signifies that this trophy is open for competition. The General Manager of Nippon is will be handing over the sponsorship agreement for the season 2022-23 to the President of Sri Lanka Rugby, Mr. Richard.
EC is even after the 2 years of COVID. When we started playing, the club immediately got into action. The boys were sort of keen to go out, show their culture in the game, and the competition is going to be very tight. But this is going to be a very tough challenge.
As Nippon in Lanka, we have responsibility towards local both young people to showcase their skills. So this is an opportunity for the Nippon as a sponsor and for clubs and young people to come out and play rugby.
Very good evening to all the rugby lovers who are joining us from around the globe. We are coming to you live from Air Force Grounds, Ramalana, adjoining airstrip of Ramalana. Wonderful venue as always, very well maintained, very well manicured, and player comfort level on the foot should be very good. And today we are here to bring you the live action of first plate segment game. Air Force hosting Army. Plate segment clash here at Ramalana. Both teams had fairly good outing, but not been able to maintain top 4 spots. As a result, now they are competing against each other with the hope of winning the title and wrap their hands around the plate trophy. As you all know, the tournament started with the participation of 8 teams. There you go, can be 7 out of 7, sitting very pretty with 39 points. There's no catching them unless someone do something special in the second round, the cup round. Candy, CRM Havelocks and Navy SC competing for the club. Air Force, Police SC, CHN FC and Army SC, they will be fighting it out for plate championship. And today, game number 1, it will be a keen tussle between Air Force and Army. Army, of course, having won only game and a drawn game with 12 points. Not exactly where they would have wanted to finish. Similar, Air Force played some good rugby, just 18 points, 2 wins. Experts believe they should have at least bagged a couple more games, especially 2 games they have lost by just a single point. So Air Force keen to restart things, keen to gather their thoughts and move on and win the plate championship. That's about the standings, and as you all know, we'll take a look at the top point scorers. Tarinder Ratwetta, try to conversion and 18 points. Hirusha Nippon, CHN FC, 17 points. For Navy, Tilna Veerasinghe, hero of the last game with 12 points. Air Force, Nuwan Pereira, 11 points. And for Air Force, Parakram Ratnayaka with 2 tries. Impressive performance last game with 10 points. As we can see, as we coming into the grounds, we saw both the teams very keenly doing their warm-ups, stretchings, and to gather their thoughts, last moment preparation. And I think this is the moment to welcome long-serving, well-respected rugby faithful S.W. Chang. Good evening to you, sir. Yes, players wouldn't mind it as long as the thundering start to strike. Rain wouldn't be a problem for rugby. But we had a game where inaugural game at Panagoda curtailed due to rain, heavy rain and thundering start to strike. As a result, the game postponed to the previous day and played here at Ratmalana. Both teams, combination of youth and experience, ideal combinations. Both teams love to play fast, expansive rugby. Ideal conditions here today. As Mr. Chang mentioned, cool, not too much of heat. Players should enjoy their outing today here at Air Force Ground, Ratmalana. Keen spectators, plenty of support, of course. Percentage-wise, Air Force playing at home, getting more support. Everything in readiness, and 2 teams have lined up in front of the pavilion. As long as there's no gusty winds, shouldn't be a problem for the catchers under high ball. There you go, the dignitaries introduced to Air Force players first. Hirosh Madushan. I beg your pardon, Ishara Madushan. This should be a keen tussle. Air Force understandably disappointed. Just 2 Ws. They should have had at least a couple of more Ws. But 2 games lost by just a single point hurt them really, really bad. Match officials as well as Army team. Skipper Manjula Vijayasinghe, rather. Army 2 had a good tournament, but just a single win and a drawn game. Much better side than that. SW. I watched few games Army played. Yeah, really good whenever they get the ball spread out wide. It's just their finishing touches need to be a little more fluent. First we look at Air Force. Samika Kaushan, Dilsan Farid, Dunal Fernando, number 17, former Thomian, Shashika Fernando, Vimukti Fernando. Both teams raring to go. Under heavy skies. Now everything in readiness. Army with their customary dark blue and yellow jersey. Good height. Love their runners to contest. Dunal Fernando, first touches. One more pace before going in for a touch. Well collected and early penalty to Air Force.
Yeah, referee had the advantage, and the hand out for advantage because he said not rolling away, not immediate enough for in his book. And he had the advantage on, and then of course they didn't get the distance or didn't find touch. Now the ball goes into touch, they have the throwing in the line out in deep into the Army territory. So it's a good opportunity for the Air Force to go from here, build on the scoring opportunity.
Excellent opportunity early on. This is their favorite apparatus when it comes to set pieces. Line out. Throughout the tournament, we saw their line-out jumpers, Donald Fernando in particular. Turn up just a formality for him. Well drilled, well trained, of course. Shamli Nawaz's colours can be clearly seen. Hard-working coach. This time, however, Fernando not being able to collect it cleanly, but Air Force still in possession.
Roll away.
They're going sideways rather than forward. Good leg drive. Keep the ball available.
Release. Thank you.
Strong legs pumping. Inside 22 meter territory.
Not rolling away.
Good ball is presented. Attempted drop kick.
Number 2 not rolling away. You have to immediate roll away. Second time.
Army found guilty again by the referee for not rolling away quick enough.
Captain.
By doing that. I think it's a bit of early good decision caused by the referee, so that they set the standards as we see on the replay, the attempted drop kick. So they got the 2 bites of the cherry and have the penalty there in front of the post. I'm sure they will go. They should go for 3 points.
Definitely points on the board. Name of the game. Referee made his intentions pretty clear. Keen observer. Not short of words. This should be a bread and butter stuff for Luan Pereira. Of course, prolific point scorer for Air Force. Just like that, through the middle. First points on the board for Air Force. They are on the way.
Army, on the other hand, got 2 top class players, Ashan Bandara and then Dick Kumura. As you see the Air Force conversion right in front of the post, simple story for him. So 3 points. Air Force has troubled the scorers.
Chose to go midway with the restart. As efficient as ever. Air Force, quick ruck formation. Presented the ball really nicely. I mean, not even contesting in the rucks. Combined leg drive. Quite a few yards gain. This time Luan Pereira at fly half. Nice take. Pumping kick. Back. Lovely legs. Good sidestepping. Discipline is the key for Army. They've already found guilty 2 occasions, 2 penalties conceded. Now ref playing the advantage to Army. There's a slight knock on. Once more. Powerful drive. Good continuation, but ref taking the play all the way back to where the original infringement took place, a knock on. So it will be a scrum in favor of Army.
Boys, shoulders
Ishara Madhushan played really well against Navy, but right at the dying seconds slipped the ball out of his hand, conceding a try, and Navy walked back into the game. The rest is history. Now Navy contesting in the cup competition.
Steady, boys, steady.
They got to content with playing in the plate segment.
Okay, good.
Nice presented ball. Good powerful tackling. Good defense.
Offside. Advantage.
Advantage for Army. Yes. Taking back the play all the way where it began.
Number 22. Offside.
Now it will be interesting to see what
22.
the decision Army is going to make. Go for 3 points, kick it into touch and work it from there.
So it's the offside line the referee gave in the penalty for. If I was on the pitch, it'll be 3 points, coming to equal scores. Yeah, that's right. Correct. Right decision made. You got to go equal, and then start your next move.
If I'm not mistaken, against Havelocks, they made a mistake of not taking 3-pointers, gone for Lineouts. Missed quite a few chances. I think they have learned their lesson from the mistakes they have made throughout the first round. Just about 34 meters out. Got the height and the distance and the direction. Well kicked. Everything evened up here at Malana. Chamat Fernando. 3 points each. 8 minutes gone. Things level up. Air Force with the restart. Good height. Well kicked. Found the touch. Excellent play from Army. Smart territorial game.
It's been a quiet evening so far with both sides exchanging. Air Force had the more of possession plus territory, but Army also with the position they had they made use of it with the boot coming in with 3 points. And if you read the TV thing, it says Air 3, Arm 3.
There you go. Air 3, Arm 3. Air Force with possession. Very inefficient. Good ball presented to Pereira. Try to outsmart a defender. Good side stepping. Quite a few yards gain. Excellent. Well cleared ruck. Ref already having his hands up. Looks like another penalty coming Air Force way.
Number 19.
Interestingly, all 3 penalties conceded by Army so far has been the player not getting away after the tackle, delaying the process. Now this the coach will have to address, because there's a way of moving away from the tackle situation. If you're interfering with the ball, it's to the closest to your point of exit, not to the point of comfort.
Well, they got to make that efficient for the remainder of the game. Otherwise, they will be in for a big problem. Already 4 penalties, if I'm not mistaken. There you go. Man not rolling away. Referee earlier on made his intentions pretty clear. He'll be watching. Will be consistent for sure. Crooked throw.
Thank you.
The ball must travel 5 meters, and if you deliberately stop the ball coming from 5 meters, it's short arm. It's a free kick. So opportunity for Air Force, and golden opportunity gone a begging.
Release.
Number 23. Slight knock forward on the ground, conceding possession back to Army. Lucky break. With the number of penalties conceded, Air Force got their tails up. At the moment, looks like the team with confidence. They are benefiting from the mistakes made by Army forwards.
I give full credit for the referee to see that knock on. Fantastic. He just saw that knock on after the tackle. He loses position, and the ball do travel towards the opponent's goal line. Well done.
Bye.
Very well done indeed. Already given away 3 penalties, 4 penalties, I beg your pardon, which means he's right there and he's got very keen eyes.
Good.
Good distribution. Left-footed kick. Yes, Army continuing to make mistakes.
Man in front.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake by Army, by the kicker clearly in front of the kicker. But having said that, and I would have gone on a management level, told him to stop because the ball went about 50 meters down the park. So no way he could be dangerous to the player who's receiving it. If you see on the replay, they kick clearly in front. There's no doubt about that, and the ball's gone right
10
down the
boys.
park.
10.
And if I was on the field, maybe I'm wrong, but just speak to him, stop him from going from there. You are offside, stay on there,
Absolutely.
and let him continue and play. And if he continues, then you give the penalty.
There you go. If you are to follow instruction from the best in the business.
No hands, no hands.
Good rock clearance from Army inside their 22-meter line. Kick not gained too many meters. Still inside their own territory. Under pressure. 14 minutes gone. 3 points each. Navy, I beg your pardon, Air Force doing all the talking right now.
Breathing and defending your dear life near the line. It doesn't matter how many yards you get the ball here. And I think that was good enough to get the ball so that there's not a counter attack.
For the first time in this game,
No.
Donald Fernando haven't been able to catch the ball. Excellent leg drive. Nice combined drive. Strong push. Army under pressure. So far been managed to stay disciplined. They can play
Okay,
to
tackle,
one more
roll away
pace.
immediately. Thank you. Roll away. Roll away.
Army's defense still holding up. Good pressure. Switching directions. Grab a kick. Nobody can get close, so it'll be
Number 17, captain.
22-meter dropout for Army. It looks like.
It's a
Number 17,
penalty.
number
Penalty playing advantage on another rolling, not rolling away. So he's having a word with the skipper.
Where number 17?
Tried his best to prevent referee from going to the pocket, but already player walking into the sin
Number
bin.
17, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. The guy who's walking into the sin bin reminds me of one of the top-class props that Army and Sri Lanka produce.
Calm down.
The name of Shanti Kumar, who played for Army for many years and for Sri Lanka. He got this boy, he got a structure like Shanti Kumar.
We'll find out if he relates to Shanti Kumar. Army under pressure. Just 14 men, 16 minutes gone. Air Force opting for
Out.
a scrum right in the middle of 22-meter line.
Bye.
Inside. Serious pressure. Veralla. Good sidestepping. Nice ball presented. Good passing.
Release. Roll away. No hands.
Still. Once again, work rate from Veralla excellent so far. Another leg drive, getting closer and closer, just about 5 meters out now.
Oh no. Release it.
Army almost got closer to another infringement, but worse, got away right on time. Getting closer towards the post.
Last foot. Release. Release.
during this passage, they've been able to stay disciplined, SW.
Yeah, so far so good from the defenders. At the same time, there's a crucial time. Air Force getting a few meters away, back, shoved back. So Army is doing an excellent job there.
Air Force still in possession. Army still not out of danger.
Use it.
One more leg drive. Get things closer. Nice cross pass. Still couldn't find a gap. Army. Defense staying firm. Like a brick wall.
Roll away. Good.
Kerala 2 couldn't get through. Nice pass. Relentless pressure. Well supported by Donald Fernando. Got close to her neck. Luckily, didn't saw that one, but excellent defense, pays off. Quick tap taken.
Number 15.
Army almost managed to get out of danger, but they will be taken back to the original infringement penalty in favor of Army.
Yeah, I think the referee was right in that call, because the supporting player cannot go in front and fall, depriving the defense of coming and picking the ball up.
Good.
And he was quite right on that matter. And hats off to Army with all that position and the yards. They managed to stop Air Force going any further and not troubling the scorers. And in the process, by winning a penalty too, so that they could now back to the park at least about 30-40 meters back into the territory.
SW, during that process, Army tired up quite a bit. You can see quite a few forwards breathing heavily. So they should be, for a change, do the attacking. This is to get out of the jail.
Yeah, of course, not forgetting that they're playing with one forward short. So because he's been asked to cool himself down in the bin, and done pretty well.
7.
I'm sure Army coach as well as team management expecting them to be as efficient as this. 20 minutes gone, still 3 points each. Well jumped line out and well collected. Quickly formed Mole, driving through, strong legs. Thumping kick. Almost collected. Unfortunately, just didn't stick. Slight knock on.
A fantastic passage of play by Army, having won the line out. I thought the Army were very unlucky to miss that player taking the jump off of the air, and then but still winning possession and putting that high ball, fantastic high ball.
Well positioned, just didn't stick. They could have sent a player across all the way had he collected.
Set. Steady.
Kavisha Kalwarachi with the ball. Skipper Ishara. Powerful thumping kick. Went out on a full.
Not binded.
But still,
Number 5 not
Army
binded.
sticking to the old habits.
Yeah, he was considered penalty, saying that the number 7 or 6 was not binding in the scrum. I thought he was early attachment from the scrum.
inviting pressure upon them. Army. I have no doubt during the break there will be pretty strong words will be spoken.
Sure, Shami Nawaz will have a lot of words to talk with so much of position and territory, and they are on equal terms. And they should have had more points on the board.
Yes, it's about efficiency. Had plenty of opportunities, just 3 points on the board.
Time off. Beat in there.
During the previous matches, they were far more efficient in converting chances into point. But today, even after 23 minutes, there are still only 3 points on the board. Donald Fernando, nice collection.
What do you want? Come.
These are silly mistakes. You can't afford to make these things. A line out must be won. When you give a penalty, you have worked hard for it, then you go down the park and a restarter. If you can't get a restarter right, and it's like in a car, if you don't have your battery right, I mean, that's it. You'll be pushing your way through to start off, and every stop you'll have to start
All
pushing.
three comes were very good.
Well said.
Keep it up. Crouch.
It's about momentum.
Bye.
Army playing for far too long inside their territory. It's about time for them to take play inside Air Force territory, but silly mistakes
Good.
creeping in, hampering their chances this time. Good distance in the kick. Havisha collected. He couldn't gain too many meters. Now Kalwarachi with distribution. Almost went through, but player in front says ref. Penalty in favor of Army after quite some time, SW.
Yeah, that's right. And Air Force, once again, silly mistakes, running in front of the player, clear obstruction there. And as you said, it should have been more points for the Air Force. But nevertheless, it's not so. An Army are now directly straightforward kick. And they're going for the 3 points. Why not?
Good decision. Like we mentioned earlier, points on the board. Having done all the defending, now Army just about to strike forward. Looking to get in front. Yes, clearly. Player running across in front of the player. You're not allowed to do that.
It must be a spur of the moment decision to run in the form. I'm sure Coach Shamil Abbas had not thought that way. He's a fantastic coach. He's done a great service in coaching any team that he has coached. He's done a very good job.
Absolutely, knowing Shamli Nawaz year after year trying to better himself. Yes, just had enough legs to go over. 6 points to 3. All of a sudden, Chamat Fernando takes Army in front.
With all the position, leg power, everything, what a beautiful kick. And against the wind, I think. He kicked against the wind. Hardly a blowing, but fantastic kick. Just dipping in through and giving Army the lead. Not having possession, not having territory, but they are leading by 3 points.
Absolutely. If you take percentage-wise, Air Force had just about 70% of possession. Army with just 30%. And a penalty. Sticking to all habits. Not releasing the player on the ground. I beg your pardon, it was for a holding on. Tiny mistakes cost you dearly. Juan Pereira, now he's about to punish Army. There you go. Good pressure coming in from Air Force defenders. Excellent. So far this game, referee has been spot on with his decisions, SW.
He's done a good job so far. And to come back on the incident. Army has opened a new chapter, holding on to the ball. All the other 3 penalties have been not rolling away. So new account has been opened, and with 3 points to come for Air Force to make equal terms. And when the flags go up, and the crowd will tell you exactly what has happened, because the home team advantage, the crowd in numbers.
They were in front for a moment, just about within a matter of minutes, within a matter of seconds. They have provided the opportunity. Air Force was looking for a penalty, and once again we are on an even ground, 6 points each. 27th minute in progress. Army with a restart. Early in the game you said Army inexperienced side. These are the moments will give you valuable lessons.
Missing in the Air Force lineup is Idam Malgoda. Is he injured?
Yes, he suffered a horrific collision towards the latter part of the game against Navy. I hope he's okay. Key player for Air Force.
If that's the case, we wish him well for a good and a fast recovery.
There were quite a few head collisions during that game. Adisha Veeratunga suffered one. So did Samuel Madhuanta.
No. Get back.
Good distribution running across. Sudaraka Dikumbura, the playmaker. Nice ball presented. He's free. Timely cover tackle, but looks like he touches the touchline. Very enterprising play from Army.
To me, it looks like the Army's got the legs to beat the defense. It seems to be they are lanky and quite fast on the outsides, and I think they should make use of it. Although Dick Kumara making a real run right across a beautiful time pass. Look at the speed.
Whenever he gets the ball, he sparks some brilliance. Army should find ways to benefit from his brilliance, but so far, too many mistakes. Put them on the back foot. 30th minute in progress. Army for a change inside Air Force territory. Should be looking at the possibilities of come out few more points. Like you saw, whenever they are presented good quality balls to their backs, they are ready to do the job for them.
Sit. Steady. Well done.
Skipper Manjula Veerasinghe presenting a good ball. Nice pass. Almost got through. Still going.
No, rock. Get back.
Well cleared ball. Now switching directions. He was caught napping almost.
No hand.
Number 13. One more ruck is cleared. Excellent red for Army. Presented a good ball. Sudaraka. Looks like referee decided to have a word with his AR. What do you reckon, SW? Was it
I
right?
actually didn't see the it was far away from it, but I'm sure, I don't know whether what happened. If you see the replay, I was more concentrated on the tackle without hands. It looks good.
Looks like he's over. We'll find that out in a moment. Yes, in fact, first try of the game. After so many passages, so many eventful play, Army scoring the first try. Good to see. They came in to Air Force territory. They scored a try, which means they got to get inside Air Force territory frequently.
a good set of hands, but the forwards did the bulk of the damage there because they were very effective in their forward play. And then the 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, that kind of phase which went on, they played the 10-meter game. And that got the Air Force defense snapping. And then they stretch it out.
Kick was agonizingly close, but not went in, which means 11 points to 6. It remains 32 minutes gone. Army hitting, and they are in front once again. Can they keep it up for a long enough? We are fast approaching the half time. Air Force had plenty of opportunities, ample time, not been able to score a try. Army, which means they've been much more efficient with their forward play as well as their backs.
In.
Just like that. Sudaraka at the back line went through a couple of defenders.
Referee says something about keeping up, and I wonder whether he was tackled, was he held, did he release the ball, and then was on his feet to pick it up. Let's see it.
These are what you call marginal calls. Referee decision is final.
I think that's a good call by the referee. He went a bit too far with the position all the way on the ground. On the ground.
Captain.
So all in all, ref having a great day so far. Been very efficient, controlling things out there in the middle. Very consistent.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been consistent. Let's get on the game. Not the referee. We'll leave the referee alone. But he's done a good job. And just surprising, you know, with all the position, Air Force are 5 points down, and Army are with their tails up, dictating terms now.
Army be the happier team going into break with this scoreline. 11 points to 6 if it remains at the end of the first half. Good thumping kick. Take the play all the way inside Air Force territory, just about 40 meters out.
Number 30.
Well thrown and stolen. Dunal Fernando is an expert at it. Now Air Force in possession. Acres of space. Sudaraka. Was it a deliberate knock-on? Ref having his hand towards Army's side, which means slight knock-on. So it will be scrum in favor of Army. Army getting the rubber to green.
Good hard tackle there. Lost position. Another good tackle. Army's getting focused on the game.
I think they should be intelligent enough to realize that they should be spending more time inside Air Force territory, because once you get inside your own territory, you're under pressure.
That's
number 8. Not binding.
Yet another penalty in favor of Air Force.
Number 8.
Not exactly clear what was the infringement. Nevertheless, Air Force wouldn't mind another opportunity to go inside deep into Army territory.
What he said was that he was not bound at one arm. But my question is that the ball was with the halfback and the scrummage has not taken place. The scrum has not started unless the new law says once you go bind and go into the scrum that you can't move around.
You got a valid point there, SW. Now, Air Force once again.
Offside.
Efficient line out. Looks like another penalty advantage coming Air Force way. Line offside and
No, 10 meters.
10 more yards. Air Force hustling and bustling. Speeding things up. Nicely stolen. Kavisha.
Hole, hole, blue hole.
Good up and under. Number 12,
No,
number
you
17,
off
beg your
it, you off
pardon.
it.
Goes into contact. Make the ball available. Now Army in with a chance to getting out of the jail.
Carry it back.
Good thumping kick. Good distance. Well tackled. Almost held on to the player.
Number 23.
Nuwan Pereira. Twisting and turning. Now to the skipper. Air Force on ascent. Dunal Fernando. Excellent dummy. He's going all the way. Tall, lanky Dunal Fernando. First try of the game for Air Force. 11 all here at Air Force ground. Rakbalana.
Oh, good face, good rugby by Air Force.
Number
As you
23.
see, the hands went in.
Number 23
Of course, there was an advantage, penalty advantage.
What is the recommendation?
Quick
High tackle.
tackle situation, hands, beautiful show and go, lovely dummy. It's nice to see a lock forward dummying so well, and
Captain.
with long striding
Yellow
legs.
captain.
Just a matter of time that he was over the goal line, and we're even Steven back again.
Successful conversion will put Air Force in front. Shouldn't be a difficult one for Nuwan Pereira. This is the angle he favors.
We see a yellow card to an Army player. Must be on the high tackle. And the referee played advantage and then going back and settling that issue, and he's been yellow carded.
Yes, there was a high shot. Referee was spot on. He has an opportunity to Nuwan Pereira to hit the front once again. Just about a couple of minutes remaining before the end of the first half. Through the middle. Just like that. 13 points to 11. Air Force once again in front.
The conversion's good, and you'll see all the dark blue, light blue jerseys and all the supporters around will be cheering that. And we see the gold and blue still yet to come, but long way to go because we got a couple of minutes for the first half. So it's 13-11. Anything can happen within the few minutes.
Anything is possible. Dunal Fernando. Good ball given, but tiny knock on. Conceding position back to Army. Army not being able to hold on to their lead for long enough. Too many tiny mistakes. It all adds up.
Listen, boys.
So the yellow card is on the field. He's back on the field, but still, I think with the last yellow card, Army is still playing with one shot.
They should be a little more smarter, little more disciplined.
Steady.
As the expert says, minimize your mistakes, increase your chances of winning the game. But right now, Army, they are inviting pressure upon them by committing too many mistakes and tiny errors. Nicely presented ball to number 5. Goes to the ground. Looks like Nippy scrum half ready for a box kick. Collection wasn't clean, but Sudaraga playing advantage. A little bit of argy-bargy there. You cannot have a game of rugby without that high intensity contact sport. 40 minutes up on our clock. But what matters, the watch referee wearing. Air Force should have had a bigger lead, but their lead is just 2 points.
I think he was right in the sense you can face anywhere you want it. If the ball do travel towards the opponent's goal line, then it's a knock-on. So because you can have your body facing any direction.
Fed in, Veralla with the ball. Nicely presented. Almost got through, but not quite. Now they are going to the shorter side. Enters 22-meter territory, number 2. He couldn't gain too much ground. Now to number 3.
Okay, release.
Nicely cleared and safely presented. Tunal Fernando, try scorer for Air Force. Ishara running across. Now Nuan Pereira doing the scrum half duties.
Oh no, rock form, Nuan.
This time Army managed to take their hands clear of the ruck. Good quick distribution. Excellent leg drive, thumping tackle from a big man.
Rock.
Air Force going across and backwards, it seems.
Release.
Duan Pereira with a good pass. Close call for lifting a player. Referee said it's all right.
No, silly.
Now it's up to Dunal to do the clearing. Take the play to the next pace. Number 5.
Use it.
Air Force just got slower with their distribution all of a sudden. I wonder whether the tiredness creeping in. Nice inside ball, Kavisha.
Half time.
Yes, that'll be it. So at the end of the first half, Air Force leading 13 points to 11. Both the teams haven't played to the best of their ability. Plenty of mistakes, especially from Army. Still managing to come up with 11 points. Percentage-wise, they've spent far less time than Air Force inside the opponent's territory, but somehow just trailing by 2 points. So there you go. At the end of the first half, nothing more than pile of mistakes by Army. Here's the first kick through the middle. Air Force striking first blood. Then beautiful kick by Army. Things are level. Then Army got in front. 40+ meter penalty. Their lead wasn't last long as Duan Pereira converted an easy penalty. There's the ball handling skills from Army. At the beginning of this game, we mentioned that they have 40 backs. a dummy. And he goes low. In store for an exciting second half. I think I get the feeling we are in for a very tight finish to stop this. With that, we will be going.
Yeah, that's right. Fantastic. I know, because it's going to be a very, very close game. The side that makes least mistakes will come victorious. It's obvious. I mean, it's nothing new as we go in for a commercial break.
Play to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Siddha Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles. Original equipment manufacturer approved, Nax Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන් Nippon Odorless Paints තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම. Nippon Paints. Live with colors. Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
Play to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Siddha Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles. Original equipment manufacturer approved, Nax Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
විශ්වාසේ හද බැඳුනා ජීවිතයේ රසමවනා
වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන් Nippon Odorless Paints. තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම. Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
It wasn't a pleasing half for both the team managements. I'm sure there must have been some strong words spoken by the coaches and the team management for both the camps. Ishara Madushan, Air Force skipper, restarting things. Good high-hanging kick. Straight away, Army getting a penalty. I wonder whether what was the infringement. Looks like taking the man in the air. Absolutely. Very, very dangerous. Excellent refereeing. We clearly missed it, but referee was spot on. He's got a knack of being at the right place at the right time. Exactly what is expected of an excellent ref. There you go. Another yellow card. 10 minutes in the naughty chair. Not ideal start for Air Force.
Yeah, I know it's not an ideal start. If I was in the center, it would have been a different story. It would have been a different card. The color would have been different, definitely. It would have been a red from my book, because he purposely took the man off the air and giving no chance for the contestant for the ball of having any safety at all.
Extremely dangerous. Referee being little lenient. Man in the naughty chair. Little lucky, so he gets to come back in just about 10 minutes. Air Force 13, Army 11, still trailing behind. Can Army resurrect their best self? Good line of jump. Nice throw in. Getting their backs involved. Good chip kick. Looks like a try coming up. Yes, it is. Ref wants to have a look. What do you think, SW?
No, I think he's trying to see whether, with regard to the, not about the grounding, I think that whether he crossed the dead ball line.
I think he dropped it. He has had the chance.
It'd be nice if you can have another look, slow motion look.
AR Ratavara giving his point of view.
If we go on slow motion, it'd be nice.
Dropped it. And a penalty in favor of Air Force. Looks like they pushed the man without a ball.
Well, we stick to the kick. It's a thumping, beautiful kick down the line of the penalty, but I would like to have a look at replay again, if possible, to see what the infringement was that went against the Army.
Three-man line out. Donald Fernando with the ball. Throw wasn't straight.
This is going to cost Air Force a lot of. I'm sure Coach Shamli Namas must be quite an angry man on that. If you can't win your line-out ball, the restarters have to be a good greased mechanism. As we see,
SSW, they've been very efficient throughout the league stage. We are struggling to find what exactly the infringement that granting Air Force a penalty. Nevertheless, no try. Still, Air Force maintaining their lead. Awami.
Set.
In with the chance. Just about a perfect area for a scrum.
Good scrum.
Number 12 gives it out to number 10, Ashan Bandara. Gives it to Sudaraka.
No.
Ref playing advantage. There was a knock on. Coming all the way back to the original knock on advantage. Air Force earlier in the second half, in fact, getting rubber the green. 44 minutes out, still 13 points to 11. In comparison to the position they have got, they should have at least scored 10 more points. That's my point of view. What about you, SW?
yeah, I think because it's been like a pendulum match. One side is having so much a great opportunity to score, and they are not making use of that, making silly mistakes, coming back, and the other side also having a lot of opportunity to score and not making use of it. So they need to focus on their game and get things down to and say okay, and focus on their game plan, focus on how they're going to do things. As we see the Army forwards going up.
Throughout the first leg, I saw much more efficiency from Air Force in particular. I think the motivation levels probably gone down, having failed to qualify to the cup round. It looks a different side to me against Navy, against Havis, against CH. They played really, really well, and today they seemed a little bit slack, lack of intent.
This is where they got to make use of it, because there's knockout coming through, and you're going to make the big boys up on the first four, and these are the games that they got to focus and prepare themselves for the knockout and big giant killers. And Army, Air Force, they always had a history of taking some big side off at the beginning of a knockout tournament.
Air Force in particular this season narrowly missing out on cup round, so this should fancy themselves of winning the plate championship. Still hang on to a slender lead of 2 points. Another penalty. Quick tap taken. Little man goes to the ground. Lineup of penalties, SW.
Yeah, interesting on the consistency of the quick tap being taken. The referee allowed the quick tap there, but he didn't allow the other one. Maybe the marks have been wrong. Maybe I got it wrong anyway. Nevertheless, from the naked eye watching from here, the consistency of taking the quick tap had no consequence. Maybe had the consequence on the game here, because that nearly scored.
Interestingly, Air Force opting for a scrum, just about 7 meters out.
That time he had blown, and I think there was no shot tap taken.
Air Force with a field, plenty of backs with anticipation. Veralla to number 22.
No, 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 no,
He goes to ground.
rock. Booting.
Tiny knock on, I think.
Off the boot.
Referee said that one came off the boot. Luckily, anyway, Army efficiently stolen the ball and kick it out. And they are getting out of the jail.
See, another missed opportunity by the side that are attacking. They should have put the points on the board, control themselves without being rushing it, walked down the park and got the scores up.
Missed opportunities, name of the game so far today from both the sides. Not utilizing the chances given by the opposition. We are in the 49th minute. Army still within 2 points. If Army managed to put the first score on the board in the second half, I think with the way Air Force is playing, they probably get under pressure and under trouble. Line up stolen. Army in position. Looking for wider channels. Snipe through a couple of defenses. Now the box kick. Not reaching the fullback. Collect it on first bounce.
Yep, coming on the sides to support their entry. You got to take the gate.
Number 3, charge into
and
the rock.
not jump over the gate.
Lucky break for Army. They were under a little bit of pressure last few minutes. Both the teams
Yellow,
need to take a look back at how this game panned out so far. Have been lucky purely because the opposition not been able to punish them, pounce them on the given opportunities. We expected something different from both sides in the second half. Looks like they are sticking to the same patterns.
It's a double substitution for the Armed Forces Army. The men in gold and blue. The line out taken very well.
Nice quick pass. Breaking through quite a few tackles, in fact. Well distributed, number 15. Taken 2 tackles to bring him down. Now number 2.
No, blue, no. Roll away.
Switching directions and working towards the far end. Nice long pass. Plenty of numbers. Goes through. Can he go all the way? Yes. Much needed try for Army. I said if they can hit the first strike in the second half, this will eventually become a very tight game, and Army striking first in the second half and going in front 16 points to 13. All of a sudden, it's Air Force under pressure. Nice inside ball. In fact, Donald Fernando helped him to go over.
Yeah, it's Army is playing some olden rugby, staying deep, the 3/4 staying deep and finding space, running at them very hard. They got the numbers, they got the speed, and of course, and then also the presence to support and to offload that made the try. And of course, the Air Force tackler virtually took him over, but then there was nothing he could do to stop him because they have already gone over the line. A good, prepared, well-planned, brilliant try by Army.
This is where the intelligence comes. They can have a look at how well they played, what are the spaces that provided them better opportunities. If they can figure that out, they should stick with it. Conversion wasn't successful, nowhere near. In fact, Army 16 points to 13. We are in the 53rd minute of this game. Both the teams eyeing the plate championship right now. Army If I'm not mistaken, just a couple of weeks back, Army lost to Air Force at their own backyard, Pannala. It'll be interesting to see what sort of game plan they have for the second half, because though they managed to score 11 points in the first half, half verse entirely belongs to Air Force. Plenty of possession. In comparison to the first half, they are getting a fair share of possession in the second half. They'll be hoping they'll get more possession. Here's Ishara Madushan with a restart. A good one. Close call for lifting a player. I think referee spotted a hands inside the ruck. Yes, in fact, penalty in favor of Army. Just what they needed. Having scored a try, why not go inside the opposition's territory?
All I can see at the moment, the Air Force team is not being properly led. There's nobody talking there. Their heads are down. They're going through the motions. Army, on the other hand, with the tails up.
Number 15.
And they are.
Number 15.
They mean business. They want to score. They want to. They're in a urgency to go forward. And you can see the people who were very quiet in the first half, making the yards and making the ball available. Somebody needs to step up for Air Force right now.
By the looks of it, they've had working the ball out wide and get their speedy backs in action. Will be more profitable for them that way. So far, they have managed to exert so much of pressure on Air Force. Their defense got caught vulnerable. Nice throw. Distributing it wide. Almost went to the Army player's hand, but luckily for Air Force, now they are in position. Taken a few defenders, smother the attack.
Roll away! Roll away!
One more leg drive made the ball available. Nuwan Pereira with a box kick. Plenty of height, providing ample time for his runners to contest. Still Army in position. They were driven backward on that occasion.
Roll away!
Taken back a few meters. Good thumping kick.
Number 5.
Penalty advantage in favor of Army. Yep. Ideal.
Number 5.
He called it saying not rolling him fast enough and that he was blocking.
Number 5.
But in some area that he's very, very hard on, he's tough on. Because I think in his mind he wants the game to go on, because once you delay it a few seconds, you're allowing your defense to form.
By now, Army realized sticking to their profitable patterns work in favor of them. Sudaraka Dikkapura with a ball in hand.
Is Dikkapura a place kicker?
For me, I haven't seen him trying a kick this far out, but who knows?
He seems to have the leg power.
We might be in for a surprise. Just about 50 meters out. Left-footed Sudaraka Dikkapura, known for his running. 7 specialist. Now trying his luck with a boot. Got the legs, not the directions. Good kick nevertheless.
Yeah, not a bad attempt at all. A fantastic attempt to get the 3 points. And then you have the 22-minute dropout. You're getting the ball back and keep position and then start attacking from there.
Value addition. Right there. Sudaraka Dikkumura turns a place kicker. And a good one.
I keep telling people, Mohsin Falil playing for Navy. He's a brilliant place kicker. We're not interested, we're not very keen on going on with it. But he has kicked from touchline and he's been very successful.
Army discovering new skills from the existing players, all faithfuls. Using the space. Working the ball out wide. How about that for a leg drive? Unfortunately, holding in for too long. Quick tap taken. 10 more meters gained. Juan Pereira running across. Presented the ball to the skipper. Back of the line. Not the best pass. A knock on. So it'll be a scrum in favor of Army. Last 8 to 7 minutes, Army doing all the talking. Close call for an offside. Luckily for Air Force. Not spotted. 59 minutes gone. Just about 21 minutes remaining. Army in the lead. Right in the middle of the park. Scrum in favor of Army. Number 8, well collected. Driving through a couple of tacklers. Nippy scrum half presented a good ball. Forwards joining from the back line. Good strategy. Went backwards luckily. Going to the shorter side.
No, blue no.
Couldn't find enough room. But they got the ball clear.
Get back.
High ball well collected. Almost went through the hands. Dikkumura just didn't stick in his hands. Butterfingers. Enterprising passage of play went down just like that for Army. These are the kind of mistakes that you want to avoid in a crunch game like this. Army had the tendency of rushing things up when things matters. If they can be a little more composed, little more patient, I think chances will come their way.
Yeah, any team, I think, if you say composed and patient and they come in way, it'd be interesting to see Air Force win the ball feeding from the tighter end, but still they managed to win the ball.
Trying to sneak through, find a way through. Not successful. Good leg drive. Skipper with a thumping kick. Man gets under. Well collected. Looking for support. An ideal man. Speed. Exactly what Army needed. Oh, unfortunate. Sudaraka Dikkumura. I'm struggling to find exactly what the offense was.
Dangerous play.
So with the penalty now. Just the kind of player Army wants to do all the talking.
Blue number 3.
The latter part of the game. Now he will be sitting 10 minutes. Waste. Big loss for Army.
Yeah, I think he came from nowhere and just took a man off in the tackle situation. Stolen.
No. Blue.
Army stolen the ball for a change. Doing everything right.
Okay, release.
It's just a matter of not committing silly errors because they got the momentum with them. Loose ball, well collected. And Juan Pereira's left boot. Take the play back to...
Late charge. Nah, Arun boleh orang dia.
Possible late charge, but not quite clear.
I don't know where those days, if the late charge, there was option where the ball lighted, whether you want the kick there or kick here, whatever the option was given, where the ball bounced or where the incident took place. Let's see if on the replay.
Decent gap. 1 meter.
Yes, hello everybody. Great to be back on Monday Night Football. The Sharks and the Titans right here at Ramonda Stadium in remarkably similar circumstances to what we saw 12 months ago.
Like it happened throughout the game, Air Force benefiting from Army's mistakes. Now with a chance of putting points on the board once again. Just trailing by 3 points. Juan Pereira back in his customary position of scrum half. Tiny knock on. Conceding the position back to Army. Throughout the game, that was the case for both the sides. Too many handling errors.
23 pass.
Lack of focus. And when you do a crucial mistake at a crucial time, losing position there, should have kept position along with him, driven low and made the ball available.
Well spotted by ref. Very tiny knock on, but was a knock on. Army with a feed in. Ready to get out of the jail. Good kick. Air Force trying to take the quick line out, but despite ball gone long way in the air, not too much of distance, SW.
Yeah, but you know, there's under pressure and then also you're clearing your lines. And idea is to get the thing cleared as you see the young Air Force ladies team.
Supporting the boys, the Fernando.
There's substitution taking place. I think Army has done another substitution.
This time.
Thank you. Closing the gap.
Referee says closing the gap. And that's a short arm. And Air Force opting for the scrum. They're opting for the lucid. And because it's 16 points to 13, Army in front. On our clock, it's 66, almost 67. So, but we got about 10 minutes, 12, 15 minutes, 40 minutes.
Fast reaching the business end of this
Fine.
game. First plate encounter. Nippon Rugby League 2022-2023 Air Force. Looking to do the right things inside Army's 22 meter territory, in fact. Well distributed. Kavisha went into touch. He should have distributed because he had the numbers. Now number 22 goes through a couple of defenders. Playing advantage, ref. Juan Pereira. Looking at all the directions and distributing the ball towards the open side. Once more. Juan Pereira being very efficient. It's like a general.
Oh, no advantage. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. No advantage. Wait, wait.
Yeah, as attention has been
Yellow number 13. Recommendation.
disturbed and having a chat with the referee to stop play.
Yellow number 13. High tackle. Dangerous play.
There's a fly on the wall. Army player coming close to know what it was.
Number 13.
Looks like another card coming
Number
up.
13.
Army players bleeding, but can't help. Spend 10 minutes in the notice here, says ref.
One is there.
68 minutes gone.
What do you want?
Army sticking to old habits, just not get rid of them. Once again, like they did in the first half, player down, not ideal. On the flip side of the coin, it's a grand opportunity for Air Force to put some points on the board.
Number 9.
It'd be interesting to know what the offense was because we couldn't hear the referee and the AR having a chat on what the offense was. Nevertheless, it's a scrum down, looser to Air Force in a very good position to put the points on the board, maybe to take the lead too.
Right in front of the post. Air Force knowing they got the numerical advantage, opting to go for a scrum, sucking in as many players as possible and get his line to run. Sudaraka gives it out. Was there a deliberate knock on? Not too sure.
Oh.
Looks like another card coming up. Goodness. Air Force with a chance. Excellent opportunity. Army, 2 players gone to the sin bin. 69th minute. Fast approaching the crunch time. This will, if they manage, will give them the lead. Air Force driving through. Still Army. Try to hold on. One more leg drive. Well combined. Well presented ball. Juan Pereira to the skipper. Number 23 running across. Got caught in the process.
No.
He should have distributed. Because they have created the overlap.
No.
Not using it. Going to the shorter side once again. Skipper Ishara. Goes to contact. Short ball presented. With the hope of getting a player right through the middle. Wasn't successful. Sudaraka Dikkubura. Taken 2 tacklers. This time he goes over. If I'm not mistaken, this is Kalu Arachi, who got yellow carded right towards the end of the game against Navy. With that, he goes under the post. Should be easy conversion.
The thing is, that's Kavish Kaluara cheat. I'm not taking the whole thing off. Lovely work by the forwards to score the try. My interesting sorry about it. My interesting point is a quick tap being taken while you're giving a yellow card and you continue to play. Now, is that something that we need to look at? If you are going to give a yellow card, whether you can have a quick tap being taken. Virtually the play is on and he's having his yellow card. You know which play is going and the play is on. I think the referee need to manage that. I'm not sure whether I'm right or wrong, but it's just a comment on me. Didn't look right.
Valid point. Perhaps food for thoughts. 71 minutes gone. Army trailing once again. Air Force have their noses in front.
Blue number 5 off.
Are we in for a close finish? Looks like.
Time on.
It's only 2 points difference.
So I'm too starting to wonder whether the conversion wasn't successful. Nevertheless, we stick with the scoreboard on display. 18 points to 16 in favor of Air Force. Playing at home. Yes, I think the score should be corrected. It should be 20 points to 16. Air Force up by 4 points. Getting another penalty. Beg your pardon. Scrum advantage. Tiny knock on.
So it's
Altogether, if you take the error count, I think Army way ahead. Number of yellow cards, penalties, handling errors, all piled up. Had they just managed to cut down it by 50%, I'm sure they should have been in front. But Air Force benefiting from all the mistakes Army made, hitting the lead, up by 4 points. Just about 7 minutes remaining on the clock. Deciding to distribute it out wide. Got the numbers, Sudharaka. Excellent cover defense. Well tackled.
Not survive.
Tries to go through the middle. Got caught at the tip of the jersey. Efficient distribution now. Air Force got the numbers. Good inside ball. Oh, went out of his hand. Butterfingers not helping.
Knock on.
Army saved by the skin of their teeth. Just hanging on, still only trailing by 4 points. Interesting finish on the cards, SW.
Man on the outside, free as you may call it, free as a bird, absolutely no defense. All you have got to do was to offload, and the 5 points are on the card. Bad call by the ball carrier.
5 points for the taking, and gone just like that. 75 minutes gone. Just about 5 minutes remaining on our clock. Can Army do something special? Players down, committing too many errors. Under pressure inside their own half. Still. Try to make a fight of it.
Boys, අන්තිමට ගන්නේ scrum
Ideal
perfect.
position for a
Okay.
scrum.
Keep it up.
Got all the players out wide to the open
Go!
side. With still a player,
Bye.
couple of players in fact, in the sin bin.
Set. No, sir.
Army in position.
Get back, get back.
Here's to get out of the jail.
Use it. Use it.
Nice ball presented. A good kick. Just about 30 meters net gain. Kick inside. In goal territory. So it will be a line out in favor of Air Force. Up by 20 points to 16. Dying minutes of the game. Army wondering how can they figure out a way to walk back into this game. Are they into the chance? Let's find out.
The 5 minutes to go. Who will win the Nippon? Paint.
More.
By the looks of it, it looks like Air Force all the way, unless Army can come up with a miraculous performance.
10 meters.
They are driving, they are moving forward. Now, looking for wider channels.
10 meters.
Penalty in favor of Air Force, line offside.
Well, if it's kick over distance, Air Force should go for the 3 points to extend the lead by
Line
7 points.
Line up and down.
What the Army can do is actually, if that's the case, one scoring opportunity they can equal it, but they can't win it. So it's usually they should go for the 3 points. You know that they go opt for the scrum. They are not listening to the old man.
Yes, numerical advantage. What prompted them to go for a scrum? Ideal opportunity for Air Force. Army, by committing this many mistakes,
Okay.
it's very hard. You are expecting to come out on the right side of the results, SW. Too many, far too many in fact.
Bind.
In fact, in the whole game, there were too many mistakes, ball handling errors, or wrong options
Steady,
taken.
steady.
Otherwise, it would have been a high-scoring game. The way both teams created gaps, had possession, so much of possession, created the numbers.
Good ball given, got the man out wide, but not distributed. Goes into contact, now Army. Hanging on. Luan Pereira. Nice blind pass. Still, just about 3 meters out. 78 minutes gone. Agonizingly close. Army, can they hold on?
No.
78 minutes, 97 yards.
Highly unlikely. Air Force doing all the talking. They are in action. Just didn't manage to go over. Matter of inches. Still. Luan Pereira. Kick pass and excellent.
Right.
Something you don't often see in Sri Lankan rugby.
Beautifully executed. He saw the arm out. He knew the advantage for a penalty was there, and he seized the opportunity. Very well executed. Look at the commitment of the player going for the ball.
Hey, Asif.
Absolutely didn't worry about who was going in. It's my ball, it's my try, and it's try time.
Try time indeed. Excellent play in Super Rugby and in international rugby. We see this much more often. Sudat Bandara, excellent work, number 11. Got the speed, got under the ball. Try time, Air Force. There's no catching Air Force. They pretty much wrapped up this game 25 points to 16. Just about seconds remaining on our clock. I'm sure not too many seconds on referee's watch as well. He's having a look. Duan Pereira. This is to add a couple more points to his tally. Already impressive. How about that for a conversion? Angle, the distance, no problem for Duan Pereira. 27 points to 16.
Oh.
Surely, he should go in front as the leading point scorer with that. Lovely. So that's about it. Air Force wrapped up the game. 80 minutes gone. Army, no way back in. Still time left for one more play. Ref having a discussion with AR.
Captain and number 4, number 10.
Calling for Army players.
Huh? Number 4. Number 4.
Number 4. Looks like another time for another card.
Yes. Number 4.
Yellow is the color.
Number 10.
So he will have no more part to play in this game. I think being vocal, disturbing the ref. Like to know your point of view, that SW.
Yeah, he said the AR brought to the notice of the referee, and he said chatting. So the players may have threatened or may have had a word that was not supposed to be, having a word with the AR. So AR may have complained it to the referee, and to what I see. But nevertheless, it doesn't make a difference at that time, at that point, because now it's 27 points to 16, and nothing's going to change unless, of course, there's at least about 5 minutes more for the game in the referee's clock, the watch.
Unless, of course, another opportunity for Air Force to score. Restart is a penalty. Straight away, they are inside 22 meter, just about 22 to 27 meters out. Donal Fernando. Efficient collection. Everything nicely drilled.
Side entry.
Army trying to do their best. Players down. Too many errors. Cost them dearly. And intercepted. There's no catching him. He got the speed.
He got the speed, they were not catching him, but not the whistle of the referee that has caught him off guard, because there was an infringement, we playing advantage. Nevertheless, if that infringement was not there, there was no catching him. He was like Speedy Gonzalez.
Absolutely. Army was hopeful that they finished this game off with a try, but unfortunately, ref blown the whistle. I didn't hear, but you did.
Yeah, I think there are two things, because I saw the hand out playing advantage, so he had to stop it unless he said advantage was over.
He was offside. Once more, Dunal in position. Air Force looking for one more try scoring opportunity. Skipper distributing out wide. Number 22 tried to go by himself. Got caught in the process. Now switching directions to the near side. Big man.
Knock forward.
Try to go over, but tiny knock on.
Knock on.
They won't get that try, so that'll be it. Scrappy game, error-ridden game. Air Force came on top, but I don't think there will be too many happy faces in both the camps.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was, I would put it this way, there was hardly to crow about on the entertainment part of it. But nevertheless, it ended up with the Air Force coming back strongly to pip them at the last post and to get in, break the end of it to come in and score a couple of points. And Army on the other hand, other side, they made a lot of mistake initially, and they had a few issues. They got the lead and they couldn't sustain it, unfortunately.
Yes. Many believe rugby is a game for not too smart people, but you need to be more smart than most sport in rugby. Patience, intelligence, opportunistic. We haven't seen too much from both the sides today. Air Force considerably underplayed. This is not what I have seen from them leading up to this game, especially the last week. They were brilliant, but today I think the expectation levels, the motivation has gone down a bit. Sometimes it tends to happen. Here goes the scoreline, 27 points to 16 in favor of Air Force, but they go inside to the dressing room and they'll start to do some serious talking. With that, we'll go into the full game highlights. For starting off, Army catching up. Like I said early, error-ridden game. Not too much of fluency from both the sides, surprisingly from Air Force. Known to be fluent with their lineouts throughout the series, but not today. That try given the hope to the soldiers. Well worked. How about this for sidestepping from a flanker? I beg your pardon, the second rover. Donald Fernando, youngster, goes over. Meanwhile, Juan Pereira had a great game with the boot. Finding his range, finding his accuracy. This is the second try for Army. Too many mistakes and slacky play costing dearly soldiers. They had a chance of coming back into this game. And kick pass for the last try for Air Force. Excellent.
Yeah, the conversion was good. Sorry about it. So we come to the conclusion of the Nippon 2002 and 2003 Nippon Paint. As you see the stats on the scoreboard on the screen, 27 points to 16, 3 tries to the Air Force, 2 to the Army, 3 conversions to the Air Force, and no conversions to the Army. And penalties, they are on equal terms. Even Steven, no drop kicks. So Air Force, although they failed by 1 try to get a bonus point, now that they come victorious by 27 points to 16.
Comparatively, Air Force being more efficient. This is the next game coming up, Cup round game, coming live to you from Naval Base Camp Ground, Velisara. Navy confident after their win against Air Force last week, and Kandy, defending champions, looking for the 8th straight title. We'll be hoping to catch you with the live action at Velisara this Sunday. I'm pretty sure there will be plenty of exciting, high-octane rugby in store for all of us.
Yeah, I know that because Navy and Kandy over the years at Velisara has been a huge, big game, and it's a good hunting ground for Navy, their home team. And Nippon Paint Interclub is going to be huge when Kandy take on Navy at Velisara, and it has always been a Waterloo for Kandy most of the time, I would say. But this champion team has its own way of playing rugby in a different atmosphere.
There you go. Anything is possible at Valisara. Hoping to catch you with live action. Until then, it's goodbye from Ratmalana.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
Playing to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Siddha Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles. Original equipment manufacturer approved. Max Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන් Nippon Odorless Paints. තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම. Nippon Paints. Live with colors.